What's up, you guys? It's Cody Steck. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I want to talk about the 5 different distinct living styles that we have here in St. George. If this is something you've been thinking about making a move here to the area, or maybe you already live in the area, this might be just some helpful information for you on kind of what different lifestyle you're looking to have when you make that move out here. We're going to cover a lot of different topics here, but before we do that, if you're thinking about making a move here, make sure to reach out to me. I've had people from all across the world reach out and say, hey, I'm moving right here to Utah and I need some help. My team and I service the entire state of Utah, and we'd love to help you make that move. Or even if you already live here in the state, we'd still like to help you buy or sell real estate. So reach out to me. My information's here on the screen, and you'll find it in the description box down below this video. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into my screen here and talk a little bit about what's going on with these different lifestyles here in St. George. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is going to be the views that you get here in St. George. I just wanted to pull up some pictures because it's a little bit hard to show over here on Google Maps exactly what you're looking for. I guess let me show you this first. So up here on the northern end, you're going to have these big mountain ranges that you'll be able to see from just about anywhere. But then throughout the area as well, you're going to have little bluffs where you'll have some pretty views, right? You've got a little bit of a mountain range right here. You can see you're going to have a little bluff right here. You're going to have more bluffs and just kind of valleys and stuff over here in this area. So you do get a little bit of that mixture, but the thing that's really cool about that is it provides for some really epic views of the area. So again, like I said, it's kind of hard to show you here on this map, but you can see over here, you got all this red rock over on this side going out towards the eastern side of the state. You're going to have the same thing over here and as well up north. I mean, if you're out here in Ivins, you can see these are the types of views you're going to get if you live in this area. So this is pretty epic to have this type of view from right in your backyard, basically. But I just wanted to show you some pictures here to show you really what you're looking at when you're driving around town or even just where you live, right? So this is the beautiful southern red rock that we're used to. You're going to have some green trees sprinkled in, but you've got views like this within just a couple minutes of your house. So it's pretty easy to get those types of views, which makes it really compelling for people who are looking for that type of lifestyle. We get a lot of people who move here and just say, I just love looking at the landscape and I wanted to be a part of it. So that's going to be number 1 on our list here today. Jumping over to number 2 on our list here today, we're going to zoom out here a little bit. I'm going to pull up, let's get back here to our starting point. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about here is going to be kind of the smaller town living. Now, believe it or not, the entire county of Washington, which covers basically this entire southwest corner of Utah, the entire county is going to be sitting at about 150,000 people for the entire county. Now, most of those people are obviously here in the St. George metro, with a lot of them here along this I-15 corridor, but there are a couple areas where you can still kind of get that smaller town feel. And maybe that's what you're looking for, right? So if you come up here, you've got Ivins, there's going to be houses out here. You know, this is going to be a little bit more remote. Of course, it's going to have a lot of growth going on. You can see all the streets over here, right here, more streets over here that are going to be developed. So there is a lot of growth that's going on, but you can come out here out by the reservoir and still find lots of lots out here that are going to provide a little bit more of that privacy that a lot of people are looking for. The cool thing about this too is you're really only like 20-minute drive into downtown, maybe 25 if you're on the far end or something, but it's pretty easy to get into downtown St. George as long as you're willing to commute about 20-25 minutes. You can also come out here, you know, if you come out here down by the Southern Parkway, there's going to be a lot of growth happening out here where eventually you won't even have to go into town to get your daily amenities. But you've got this area right here, there's a development, and you've got desert color over here where there's a lot going on, and you're still close to I-15, so even if you need to get out there, you know, head into town, it's pretty easy to do so. Some of these other smaller town type of feel areas are going to be up here in Laverkin and Hurricane. So these areas again are growing like crazy. It's crazy to see how much growth is happening here in this area, but this is going to give you kind of that smaller town feel still. You're going to have Skyridge Park over here, and then you move over here into Hurricane, kind of into the downtown area. So with that being said, that's a great option. Or you could go up here to Laverkin, which is going to be very similar, maybe even a little bit smaller overall. So kind of still that old town feel. You know, there's a lot of growth happening in those areas now, but it will still give you what you're looking for. Okay, so next up, the third thing on our list that we're going to talk about here is going to be the golf style living, right? A lot of people love coming to St. George because of the golf courses that we have here. If I just zoom in here and show you this, I mean, you can see there's a golf course here that's down at Sun River. You can see that as we scroll through here, you've got a ton of other golf course options. You've got Bloomington right here. I mean, I don't even know the names of all of these places because there's just so many golf courses out there. You've got this one right here. You've got a whole bunch right, you know, another one here. There's a whole bunch here in town as well. You're gonna have one over here on Bloomington Hills. Fields. You can see this one right here. There are a ton of golf courses here in the area. Now, a lot of people are kind of upset because golf courses obviously do take a lot of water, which water is a scarcity here in St. George. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of golf courses here in the area. So if that's the type of lifestyle you're looking for, you probably want to be around one of these golf courses and, you know, become a part of the community there. So spend some time at each of the courses, kind of get a feel for what you like, what you don't like about each individual area. And that'll probably kind of guide you towards figuring out what type of home and lifestyle you want to have and what country club or golf course you really want to kind of make your home course, right? So you've got another one here, Green Spring right here. There's a lot of golf courses and there's absolutely no shortage of, you know, courses out there to choose from when it comes to finding a good place to golf. So with that being said, that's number 3 on our list. Let's jump into number 4. So number 4 on our list is actually going to be talking a little bit more about kind of that golfing lifestyle, right? There's a lot of people who move out here to St. George who want to participate in kind of the retirement activities, right? If you're approaching that retirement age or you want to buy a home and eventually retire here in St. George, then you're going to want to listen up and get, you know, some information on what I'm going to say here. So there's going to be a lot of different areas where you can retire. Of course, you could basically go anywhere, but there's going to be areas that are kind of more designated or more designed for that purpose, right? Where it's going to be a lot of retirement homes. People might only be there half the year, or, you know, people are generally not working. There's not a ton of families or kids in these areas. Sometimes there is, but not always. One of my probably better options when it comes to, you know, living in St. George, I think Sun River is a great place to look if you're looking for more of that retirement lifestyle, but there's going to be other options as well. If you come up here further north, whether you're in Washington Fields out here, or even over here into Santa Clara, there's a lot of options out there when it comes to these retirement communities. And so if that's something that you're looking for, you probably want to go directly to that type of lifestyle because it's going to give you different amenities that you might not find elsewhere, right? You're going to get the golf course access, you're going to get the tennis courts, you're going to get the walking trails, you're going to get a lot of those things that maybe those other communities don't have to offer. And then on the flip side of that is going to bring us to number 5 here on our list. We're going to talk a little bit about families, right? So where should families live? Well, the good thing is that here in Utah, we're known for having a lot of kids, right? There's just a high amount of kids here in Utah. A lot of that is because of the LDS faith, but a lot of it is just kind of the culture here in Utah. People like kids, people like families, and there's a lot of family-centric things to do. So whether you have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 4, 5, I don't know, however many you have, there's going to be a lot of options for you on where to live, right? So you could come out here to Santa Clara, a little bit older part of town. There is some new construction still going on, but a little bit older out there. But the main place I'd probably recommend if you're a younger family, you know, working professional, whatever it might be, if you got little kids, I'd come out here to Washington Fields, you know, anywhere here on this eastern side of town, whether you're up here in the north end of Washington Fields down here, wherever you're at, there's going to be a ton of kids. People are going to, you know, be outside playing. They're going to be going to school together, doing activities together. There's going to be a lot going on, and your kids are going to be able to make friends very easily if you're in one of these areas. So you can find lots of kids basically no matter where you go, but here in Washington Fields, I think is probably one of the better areas for that type of lifestyle specifically. So if that's your focus, definitely check out Washington Fields. With that being said, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified when I release these new videos. If you want to stay up to date on what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, and play here in Utah, you'll definitely want to make sure to do that. And then don't forget to reach out to me whether you're looking to buy or sell real estate. I want to be your trusted real estate resource when it comes to that. So reach out to me. My information is here on the screen and it will be in the description box down below. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.